Hello and welcome to the Death to the Scene Network. My name is Bailey, and this is the Death to the Scene review show. I want to start off by apologizing either for the atmosphere or for any sounds that you might be hearing in the background of this. I'm calling this one Death to the Scene review show on the go. I'm actually out of state right now, but I'm doing my best here. I was really excited to talk about this one, so I'm trying to make do with what I got. So sorry in advance for that one. But today we are talking about the Bicycle Inn and Eleanor and the Pretty Things split that came out about a week ago. I'm very excited about this, and I knew from the second that I heard it that I was going to be, or heard about it, that I was going to be excited about it. It was mixed, produced, and mastered by Zach Fisk at Triad Studios, and was put out by Morning Records, who I happen to be a big fan of. There are 4 songs on the split, 2 from Bike and 2 from Eleanor, those being Ivy League Therapy, Posture, Brothers, and Hanging From Your Neck. I wrote my notes for this as I listened to it for the first time, so I'm going to go song by song by song, just because there's only 4 of them, so it's not that big a deal. And let's talk, I guess. Firstly, we start out with Ivy League Therapy, and immediately I feel very nostalgic about this. Bicycle Inn has this amazing ability to always feel very at home to me. So I start off and I am right back in the same place that I was when I was like 16 listening to old Bike. The drums in both of these songs are so good. I'm such a big fan of the drummer in Bicycle Inn. And it makes me feel, like I said, the same way that, say, like, Opening Doors for Strangers did, but having a different sound and the ability to do that is honestly really, really impressive. To maintain the same kind of feeling while changing, like, the tone or the sound is really impressive to do. The next song of Bicycle Inn's is my favorite out of the 2, and that is Posture. I teared up at this song within the first 30 seconds of it, which isn't going to surprise anybody, honestly. The drums in this song absolutely make the song, honestly. You come in and you're ready to feel things and be sad, and the drums just, like, hit you, and it goes so well, and changes the, like, course of what you thought the song was going to go into. And then, you know what I'm going to say. The lines, "I'll break every bone in my body so fixing me can be your hobby," are the lines. Just the lines. The first time that I heard it, I immediately decided impulsively that I was going to get it tattooed on my body. We'll see if I follow through with that. I really wouldn't be surprised if I did, honestly. They hit so hard and so successfully and get stuck not only in your head, but, like, kind of in your chest when you hear it. You're just like, oh, and the way that it gets repeated, and Brenna, shout out Brenna, Brenna's little addition to that in this song is insanely good. And I love that song. I could never get tired of Posture, honestly. And like I said, I've been listening to them for forever, so something to hit me just as hard at like 20 as it did as some of their songs did when I was like 16 is like very skillfully done and very impressive. As far as the Eleanor songs go, Brother is, first of all, very pretty. It just sounds so pretty. I wish that I had more, like, very specific comments, except the fact that all of it is just, like, encompassing and pretty. It's a lot darker energy-wise than some of the Bike songs. I inherently feel like Bicycle Inn is a very light band physically, for lack of better words. I don't know if that makes any sense. But Brother comes in and is very dark and really beautifully written. I feel like Eleanor and the Pretty Things is really moving in the direction of really poetic language within their lyricism, and I am very excited about it. Honestly, I love good lyrics like that, and I think that they are doing that really successfully and kind of consistently. So I'm very excited about that aspect of it. I'm also a big fan of when the singer in Eleanor sits kind of in his higher range, especially in the song because of the contrast between how dark and heavy it feels and how soft his voice is able to go. I think I'm a big fan of when that happens. I talked a bit about it in the Lilac Queen review that I did. So yeah, I love that song, as well as the tremolo picking, kind of towards the middly end of it, which I feel like is what really makes the song for me. I'm a big fan of that choice, and I feel like it's just done really well. As far as Hanging by Your Neck is concerned, it gives me very Bicycle In energy, which I like. I like that they are kind of playing off of each other rather than it being these are Bicycle In songs and these are Eleanor and Pretty Things songs. Um, Finding these kind of give and takes within the split where like this may be something that Eleanor would have done, this may be something that Bike would have done, and then be like kind of played off against each other, I really like. So Hanging for Your Neck does a little bit of that, and I really enjoy it. In this, kind of like the lower end of the lead singer's range is kind of showcased really well. His voice is so pretty. As well as their lyrics being, once again, so good. They're just really hammering it in there, really getting it done. And from what I've seen, they're progressing so much. Both bands are, honestly. If either half of this split is any indication on what direction the bands are moving towards in the future, I'm very excited about it. I love both of these Bicycle In songs just as much as I loved Opening Doors for Strangers, and I thought before hearing this that Opening Doors was going to be something really special and very specific to me. But to know that everything else that they've also been coming out with maintains that same very special feeling for me is very exciting. It's so exciting. It means that I'm going to have, or that we are going to have, like, an unlimited amount of content that makes us feel like safe and like at home, and I love that about Bicycle In. So I'm very excited about that. As far as Eleanor, they're doing a lot of cool stuff lately. I loved their last single that they had come out with, and I love these two songs, and I'm excited for whatever they have planned for 2020. I love seeing them live, and I love talking to them, and I can't wait to see where they're moving and how this split is going to kind of foreshadow that. As far as the split, I'm going to put the link in the description down below, as well as all of their information. And if you have something that you want reviewed by us, feel free to let us know. Send us an email at deathtothescenepodcast@gmail.com, or put a comment down there, or contact any of us. We would love to talk about it. I'm really excited to see what Bike and Eleanor are going to be doing in the future, and I hope that you are too. Anyways, this has been the Death to the Scene review show on the Death to the Scene network. My name is Bailey, this is a Pikmin, and I will see you next time.